Hello students. Hi, how are you? Hope everyone is safe and happy. In today's video, let us know about the topic motivational research from the chapter 3, that is tools for collection of data. Let us know what is motivational research. Motivational research is a form of consumer research which has gained ground over the recent years. In recent years, the researchers has found this motivational research for the purpose of consumer behavior. Motivation research is the currently popular term used to describe the application of psychological techniques to obtain a better understanding of why people respond as they do to product, ads and various other marketing situations. They get so many answers for the consumer, but they don't get the answer for the question why the particular particular customer will buy a product. There are so many n number of product in the market, but why they buy a particular product? For example, there are n number of soap in the market, like it is Dettol, Lifebuoy, Lux, Santur, or n number of soaps are there, but why they have to buy a particular product? What make them influence to buy a product? It is an attempt to discover and explain why the consumer behavior differs, why he or she behaves in a particular way. As I told you in earlier point, they want to know that why the particular customer will buy a particular product, when in case where there are n number of products in the market. What appeals and sales programs will best influence his or her decision to act or buy or not to buy? There are n number of soaps, and so far there are n number of advertisements for the product. What make or what types of advertisement will influence them to buy the product? The different types of motivational research are: first one is non-disguised structured technique, non-disguised non-structured technique, disguised non-structured technique, disguised structured technique. Let us know one by one the different types of motivational research. The first one is non-disguised structured technique. Here the first meaning we have to know about is disguised. Disguised means it is secret. The researcher will make a secret. He will not inform to the respondent why they are asking the question. Then they will do the interview to have an in-depth knowledge. Here there are n number of types here. The first one is non-disguised structure interview. Non-disguised means here it is they are not maintaining any secret. Earlier only they will inform to the respondents why they are asking the question. And structured techniques means if it is a formal one, the questions will be orderly asked one by one. This approach employs a standardized question to collect data on belief, feelings and attitude from the respondents. Nothing about the purpose of a study is concealed from the respondent. Nothing of the purpose of the study will be hidden. Everything will be told earlier to the respondents, and the question will be asked in a standardized format. This approach employs a standardized question to collect data on beliefs, feelings and attitude from the respondents. Method under this, there are so many methods to be followed. First one is single question method. Single question method means like one answer in one sentence. It will be like that. I can ask the example like, why do you like instant coffee? The next question might be, why do you like cars? Based on this, if I ask that why do you like instant coffee, they can tell that the name of the product like brew, and I can explain this is what I like. Based on this, they can understand the feelings of the respondents. Next, multiple question method. Multiple question means the question will be like the why do you like Hyundai car? With that, I can give several options like technology used in it, after sales service, praise of the car, style and look, and at last I can have an option like you doesn't like the car. Based on this, I can predict what are the feelings and attitude and what the respondents like, or what the customer will like in a product. Next, psychological test. There are n number of psychological tests like showing pictures or asking aptitude questions, and like giving yes or no questions. There are n number of psychological tests are there. Based on that, the feelings of the respondents will be taken. Next is non-disguised, non-structured technique. Non-disguised means, I have already told you that earlier only they will inform to the respondents, nothing will be hidden. And non-structured means it is an informal method of conversation, how the friends do the conversation. In this technique, questions are not predetermined and purpose of the study is relieved full to the respondents. The questions will be not in a standardized format, and as I told you that everything will be relieved to the respondents earlier itself. The techniques are also called depth interviews, clinical interviews, unstructured interview, and so on. Why it is called as depth interview means the insight knowledge will be gained with the help of informal questions. Before asking the question, they have a friendly conversation and then go to the questions. Respondents' response obtained through this technique is spontaneous, highly specific, and concentrated or self-relieving. Here spontaneous answer, as the respondents will be not knowing that what types of question might be asked, and even the interviewer or the researcher will be not having what type of questions he will be asking. Just like a friendly conversation, they will start the conversation and they will be taking the answers from one will be getting answer and one will be giving the questions. The exchange of the information will be happening, so it will be a spontaneous and highly specific answer will be given. This technique used a non-standardized questions. The technique are also called as depth interview. I have already told you that, and there is no standardized questions, only the formal communication will be there. Next is disguised non-structure in techniques. Disguised means they hide a secret. They hide, the researcher will hide why the question are asking, and it will be non-structured means it will be informal method. In this approach, the purpose of the study is not discussed to respondent, unlike the above two cases. I have already told you this. A list of unstructured questions is used to collect data on consumers' attitude. This art of using disguised and unstructured method is referred to as projective techniques. You have to understand what is projective techniques. It is one of the method to get qualitative data, helps in getting deeper answer of the consumer. When we are in unstructured method of data collecting data, that is informal method, obviously it will be a qualitative data. It includes several tests given to the respondents. They may be asked to give their comments on cartoons, pictures, stories, etc. This stimuli used for this purpose are capable of answering the respondents to a various variety of reactions. There will be n number of reactions will be there, as it is an informal method and it is a spontaneous answer will be given, and it is also a projective techniques. The main projective techniques are the word association techniques. The word association techniques means one, like I have given an example like perfume. If I tell perfume, what answer you will give? If I tell soap, what answer you will give? Toothpaste, what answer you will give? Four-wheeler, then two-wheeler, what answer you will give? Based on that, I will be thinking that and I will be knowing that what is the attitude and what is the feeling of the respondents as a buyer. And I can ask a reason why you like this perfume and why you like the two-wheeler. Every answer will be getting with a spontaneous answer. Next is thematic appreciation test. Here they show the pictures and ask what it represents. They show the pictures and they ask what it represents. Based on their psychological feeling and based on their attitude, they will tell that this is what it resembles. Sentence completion test. I will be giving a sentence. Here the respondents should complete the unfinished sentence. Like example I have already given here. I like instant coffee because. Then I do not use shampoo because. Coffee that is quickly made. Based on that, the answer will be getting. Next is paired picture test. Here paired picture means that the respondent is given a pair of pictures almost identical in all respects except in one. Example, the pair of pictures may show a woman opening refrigerator, which is usually brand, and another brand, and another picture shows that woman opening the refrigerator door of another brand. Looking to this, respondents give his own feeling. There are two types of brands. The same woman will be opening two types of refrigerators, and I can ask what is the opinion of you. Next is research of ink bolt test. This type is not much used in market research, but in case if they are using, a lot of ink is put on a piece of paper and reference is made of company or product, and the respondent is asked to give his own viewpoints after interpreting what he sees. The respondent says it is like ugly packing of the product or excellent performance, etc. Based on the picture, based on his psychological aspect, he will give answers. Next is disguised structured interview. Here they will not reveal anything, and also it will be a formal techniques. When we are to measure those attitudes which respondents might not readily and accurately express, we can use disguised structure in techniques. If the respondent is not ready to give answers, when they are not formally communicating, then this type of questions can be asked with this method. Respondents are given questions which they are not likely to be able to answer accurately. Here the question will be somewhat confusing to the respondents. In such circumstance, they are compelled to guess the answer. Here we are, as a researcher, we have to ask the question so that they are guessing. For example, two t-shirts will be shown for the people. The poor people might tell it is 500 according to their mentality of buying, and rich people would say 1500 based on their mentality, and they will guess based on their attitude, based on their belief, and based on their mentality. Now let us know about the advantages of motivational research. Why the motivational research as it should be done? Motivational research leads to useful insight and provides inspiration to creative person in the advertising and packing world. Here, if I am from the advertisement category, if I want to know what is the behavior of the customer, what he likes, what he doesn't like, what type of advertisement will attract the respondents, or what type of advertisement will attract the customer, then I can go with that type of advertisements. Knowledge and measurement of a true attitude of a customers helps in choosing the best selling appeal for the sales. It also can be applied for the by the sales department also. When the customer is attracted by some of the categories, then they can focus on that categories. Motivation research can help in measuring changes in attitude, thus advertisement research. I have already told you that if there is any change should be done, based on that the changes can be done by the advertisement department. Helps in enable market potential and sales potential, helps in increasing the market potential as well as the sales in the organization. Next, the disadvantages of motivational research. This designing and administration of this techniques need qualified and experienced researchers. Such personnel are hardly available, because there are so many type of techniques to be done, and even they have to study the attitude or psychological mentality and belief feelings of the respondents. Even they have to be trained. The researchers should have been that much training to do this type of research, but some cases the best personnel will not be available to do this type of research. Generally, small samples are taken for conducting motivational research. Generalization, if drawn on this basic, is misleading. Generalization means which is applicable to all. When I am taking a sample size of 10 people or 50 people, then I cannot apply this to whole world or this to whole India. I cannot apply, or whole consumers I cannot apply, so it will be sometimes it will be misleading. Thank you. By this I will wind up this today's video. If there is any doubt, you can ping me.